Snoop Dogg ran into an unexpected problem while in Italy for NBC's coverage of the 2026 Winter Olympics. When the well-known rapper and The Voice coach ordered takeaway from a family-run restaurant, his credit card was declined. However, Snoop, 54, made up for the embarrassing event the next day by giving the restaurant's proprietors complimentary Olympic tickets. Sofia Valmade, the restaurant owner's daughter, claims that when Snoop was in the town of Livigno, where Olympic snowboard and freestyle competitions were taking place, he went to a restaurant called Kronox. She informed NBC that Snoop ordered a cheeseburger, chicken wings, chicken nuggets, and French fries. He sent his staff to take it and pay, but they couldn't pay, she said. I don't know why, but it wasn't going. Therefore, my mother reassured him that it was okay to receive the food without paying for it. She said that as a thank you, Snoop offered the owners 5 tickets to the men's snowboard half-pipe final. Reuters uploaded a sweet video of Valmade and her friends saying, "Grazie, Snoop," while showing the digital tickets on their phones. One admirer remarked on social media, "Dude forget to tell his credit card company he was traveling abroad lol." After discovering that Snoop and his friends couldn't afford to pay for a takeaway order in Italy. Someone else remarked, "I've actually had this problem before." The response was, "I needed more money in my bank account. Uncle Snoop doing wholesome things," was one commenter who praised Snoop for lavishly repaying the family. "I love it." And another exclaimed, "Amazing." Snoop appears on NBC's primetime shows, in addition to serving as a correspondent for the network's coverage of the Olympics. What a wonderful canine. In addition, he was named an honorary coach for Team USA by the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee in December. Because audiences loved Snoop's passion and humor during the network's coverage of the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, the broadcast crew at NBC had to have him this year as well. On February 4, he carried the burning torch through the streets of Gallerit, Italy, to start his Olympic torchbearer duties. Snoop's presence ignited public enthusiasm and brought the energy of contemporary culture to the Olympic route. The Milano Cortina 2026 website states, "The Winter Olympics are well known for their breathtaking feats, historic victories, and events that garner international attention. Sometimes, though, something unexpected happens off the ice or away from the slopes that is just as memorable as a gold medal run." Global music legend Snoop Dogg faced a scenario during the Winter Olympics that few would have predicted would happen to a star of his caliber. A restaurant refused to accept his credit card. It sounds like the beginning of a comedy sketch or a pre-written reality TV show. However, Snoop Dogg perceived the scene as real, uneasy, and oddly familiar. Despite decades of success, #1 singles, and worldwide recognition, anyone can still feel the embarrassment of a payment blunder. In addition to an inconvenience, what happened was a story of comedy, humility, and an unanticipated act of generosity. A star among fans and athletes, Snoop Dogg's participation in the Winter Olympics had generated excitement long before the restaurant incident. Known for his laid-back style and love of sports, Snoop has gained a lot of admirers during previous Olympic broadcasts. He used comedy, pop culture references, and a genuine appreciation of athletic capability in his commentary style. Supporters loved how he reacted to curling, snowboarding, and figure skating with the same passion as any passionate sports commentator. In addition to being a well-known visitor, he was present at the Winter Olympics for media coverage and promotional purposes. He was regularly seen posing for photos, mingling with competitors, and enjoying the Olympic spirit. In addition to the competitions, his participation provided some additional amusement for many guests and onlookers. After a full day of appearances and events, Snoop decided to step away from the limelight and enjoy a private dinner with a small group of friends and colleagues. They chose a little restaurant near an Olympic stadium. It was the kind of place that was well known for its comfortable lighting, hearty meals, and a welcoming atmosphere that put guests at home. The unsatisfactory dinner, it started out just like any other evening. Snoop and his group were seated at a large table by amiable staff members who acknowledged them and treated them with the same decency as the rest of their visitors. In addition to regional delights, the menu featured hearty dishes that were perfect for the cold winter months. As the evening went on, there was a lot of laughter at the table. Olympic events, behind-the-scenes moments, and the unique atmosphere of being at such a global gathering were all covered. Known for his charisma, Snoop kept the mood light by cracking jokes and insights that made everyone laugh. The dinner was excellent. Plates of finely prepared food arrived one after the other with refreshments and desserts, enhancing the evening's joyous ambience. The dinner, which had achieved the perfect mix between leisure and company, had been a memorable one by the time everyone had left. Then came the bill. Most celebrity dining experiences involve a seamless bill-paying procedure. Whether it is through personal cards, help, or prearranged plans, there is almost never any drama. But this evening, something unexpected happened. The server reappeared shortly after Snoop handed him his payment card, looking polite but uneasy. "I'm so sorry," remarked the waiter. "It looks like the card was declined." For a second, time seemed to pause. A surprisingly similar circumstance. There are times when even well-known celebrities encounter technical issues. Being as famous as Snoop Dogg, though, may make a credit card refusal seem much more serious. Others in the room said Snoop first thought it might have been a simple error. He calmly asked the server to try again. The second effort had the same result. There was neither fear nor irritation. It seems that Snoop shattered the mood at the table by laughing and shrugging instead. "I guess even legends have to double-check their accounts sometimes," he said. His simple answer immediately eased any concern. He was not disturbed nor humiliated, according to the staff and several guests who had covertly watched the scene. Instead, he was gracious and humorous in his handling of the matter. Still, the bill had to be paid. Finding an answer, Snoop grabbed his phone and called a teammate who worked in finance. It turns out that the issue was not a lack of funds, but rather a security flag raised by international transactions. According to reports, using a card during a high-profile event in a foreign country had resulted in one of the temporary holds that credit card companies commonly apply when they see questionable activity. The problem might have been resolved by waiting for the bank to clear the transaction, but Snoop didn't want to put the restaurant through any hardship or delay. He asked whether the price could be paid in any other way. Snoop smiled and declined a friend's offer to cover the cost of the meal. He liked to work independently. Instead, he decided to make a direct bank transfer via a secure payment app. Within minutes, the money was transferred, and the restaurant confirmed receipt. Throughout the entire process, there was no trouble or disruption. What could have been a disagreeable or humiliating circumstance became a display of professionalism and tolerance. Beyond the bill, the payout would have been the end of the story for many. However, Snoop decided to go one step farther. He complimented the personnel for their understanding and admitted that they could have been temporarily worried. He thanked the waitress personally and expressed regret to the restaurant manager for any inconvenience the payment delay may have caused.